Hello, and thank you for watching this, hopefully this sign-ups video for a series I like to call, or will be calling, the Quaker State Late Model Series. This is a NR2003 offline series using the Bullring Dirt Late Models, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. I am almost done with school stuff, and so I have the time now to be able to do this. So as soon as the month of June is up, then I can start putting out videos and such, and just be in general doing stuff. So first off, I'm gonna start off with the just the signing up portion for now. There's going to be a couple templates that you're going to have to use. I'm going to be really strict about it. If you don't follow these templates, then you're definitely not going to be involved in this series. And I really hope that you do follow the templates exactly. You can stray a little bit, but it has to be at least legible, and I have to understand what you want for whichever thing. So there's two different templates. One of them is a driver template, and the other is an optional team template, and I'll get to that after we get done with drivers. So drivers sign up as individuals. The name, you have to have a first and last name, and they have to be at least somewhat realistic. They gotta be reasonable. It can't be like turd face McGee or something like that. Has to be at least a normal name, slightly normal. You can go a little bit crazy with it. Number, anything ranging from the number 0 to 999. Anything with a single letter behind it, which means any number 0 to 99, or even with a 0 in front of those numbers, because any numbers that start with 0 that are 99 and below, which means 01 to 099. So those numbers are also allowed, and anything with a single letter behind it, which would mean like 099W or something like of that nature. And if you guys have seen dirt track racing, you pretty much know what I'm talking about. The three different chassis that are going to be available to you are going to be the MasterSbilt, Rocket, and GRT chassis. Now they're kind of split between the actual models. I think I have. No, I don't think I have. Hang on, let me go. I thought I had everything set up, but I guess I didn't. Okay, so look at my templates here. Dirt, late models. Okay, so the actual cars in the game, they're actually called the Dominator, Downforce, and 5-star. Dominator would be the MasterSbilt, Downforce is the GRT, and 5-star is the Rocket. So I kind of went with those names because those are the ones I know. Country or state, what country or state your driver represents. That means like U.S. states or Canadian provinces or whatever you think, or just a regular country. You can go with the U.S., Canada, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Asia, any of the countries, Australia, Brazil, it doesn't matter. And your gender, basically just for announcement purposes. And please don't come to me with the they them pronouns, because that's just going to annoy the heck out of me, and I'm not going to remember that. So it's got to be either male pronouns or female pronouns. You choose that, or you're not going to be allowed into the series, because of the fact that I do not want to have to deal with saying them, they, their, or just whatever. And for the as I mentioned earlier, there is also a team template. The teams are not a mandatory thing, but they can be. They can be in the game or in the series, and you don't have to be on a team to be able to race. You don't have to race. You don't have to be. You don't have to have a team to race. You don't have to race without a team. I just said the same things. The team name again has to be a bit at least realistic or close enough. Your team chassis, which means whatever cars that you're going to be driving, so it's basically as the driver chassis with the MasterSbilt Rocket GRT. The team owner, first and last name, has to be realistic, and you can only have and there's going to be requested numbers. You can only have 3 of them. 2 for drivers and 1 for the team owner, because most of the time the team owners in real life for dirt track racing usually race themselves. So you can be a team owner and a driver. You can only have 3 drivers on your teams if one of them is a team owner. If not, then you can only have a maximum of 2 drivers. That's kind of how I want to put that into perspective here. So you can either be in a team, you can own a team and drive for a team. You can also drive for yourself, which is basically self-ownership of your own car. So those are your basic templates, and when we get the paint schemes video out, then I will make sure that you guys can get the paint templates as well. I still have to make that up. So also, and now that we're done with with the drivers and things like that, for what you got to do to sign up, kind of go over a little bit of what the series is going to look like. So formats for the racing is going to be a 30 driver maximum. So there can only be 30 drivers in the series at a time. If a driver does drop out, or if some guy decides he doesn't want to be in the series anymore, I'll allow someone mid-season to join in that place. You can choose your number, you can choose your driver name. Basically go through the entire template process from the signups. It will take a little bit of time, so you may not be in the next race after you sign up, but in the future you will be able to get through it. I probably won't be too strict on race schedules with when the videos will come out, so don't be surprised if there's like a long stint of time between different race videos, because I do have things in my life that I have to do, such as work for 10 hours a day, and it does get tiring, but I do have time at the end of the day in after June. So the 30 drivers will be split between 2 heats of 15 cars each, and in those heats the top 5 drivers who finish in the heats will move on to the feature. Now the feature event will take place after what is known as the Last Chance Showdown. The 20 cars remaining in the race, in the 20 cars that have not made the feature yet, which is basically 6th on back in your heat race, will be racing for the last 10 spots in the Last Chance Showdown. So basically half the cars won't even make the feature. This also allows everybody to be seen in the videos. It doesn't allow for anyone to be just kind of be left out of the racing. It doesn't really. It basically allows people to be in the race and see how they can do, at least in the heat race. So the drivers that don't make it would be 20th through 30th. Will be 21st through 30th. Will be given points based on their finishing position in the Last Chance Qualifier or the Last Chance Showdown, depending on who you're talking about. And so those drivers, so if you finish 21st in the Last Chance Showdown, you'll get 21st position in points for that race. And if you finish in 30th for the LCQ, then you'll get last place points for that race. For heat race crashes, I don't presume there's going to be a lot of them because I will make the heat races about like 8 laps long. So it's not that long of a race for the heat races. You don't have a lot of time to, your drivers don't have a lot of time to get up to that top 5 position, but that's the typical heat race distance in even professionals. So any drivers that do wreck in the heat race it'll be kind of subject to what I feel happened with the accident, but definitely if your car is smoking and you don't finish the race, you will not race in the last chance showdown. You'll take whatever position that you got based upon how far you made it into your heat race. So say there were 2 different crashes in both heat races. Whichever driver made the longest distance in each of the heat races, so say one driver got to lap 7, and the driver in the second heat race got to lap 5. The driver who made it to lap 5 in the second heat race will finish behind the driver in the first heat race because of the amount of laps they finished in the heat race. And I'll kind of go through with that, and it'll get a little bit confusing, and I'll try to figure out. I'll make sure that everything is correct when I get to the points. There are a couple races that do not follow this format, and those 2 races will be at Beaver Dam and DuQuon. Now, Beaver Dam, I kind of had to make a stretch with this one. It'll be the regular 15-car heat races, two heat races of 15, but the top 6 will move on from each heat into the feature race. So you get that added bonus in the heat race that you get that 6 hole as a transfer spot. But the last chance showdown only moves 6 cars from there. And the reason being is because Beaver Dam only allows for 19 cars on the track at a single time. So I needed to kind of change the format a little bit to make it work for the track. So top 6 will make it into the feature. It'll be an 18-lap feature, and the points for the non-feature drivers will be from 19th to 30th instead of 21st to 30th. As for DuQuon, the DuQuon race will have no heat races. It will have a 30-car participation in a big 100-lap race. It'll be a 100-mile race because the track is 1 mile, and I kind of want to make this a little bit of a special race. It's going to be like the It's going to be like the race that used to be at Syracuse before they decided to tear the track down. There will be no heats or last chance showdowns, and points are taken from the race's finishing order. So that's how that race will go down. One thing that you're probably going to be wondering about would be your driver ratings. And driver ratings are going to be are going to be chosen by when you signed up. So the first driver to sign up will get the best ratings. As for driver specific things, since it's only short tracks, you don't get to change your base rating for short tracks, but you will get to do have a chance to change your qualifying and your finishing rating, as well as your aggressiveness. You will be able to change your aggressiveness. There are a few ratings that I will allow a change of from the typical 40-60. You get, depending on how I feel like it should go. I'm pulling up N ratings right now so I can see what ratings I could theoretically change and not really have your driver go all OP on that. So aggression, consistency, finishing, qualifying are the 4 driver ratings. You can change your aggression rating either 5 up or 5 down. I'm not going to change it too much. You can change how aggressive your driver is after each race. So like if your driver got a little bit heated or he got crashed in the last race, you can kick the aggression up by maybe 5 or so. The vehicle aerodynamics, chassis, engine, and reliability, those will not be changed. Those are going to stay the same, so it's just going to be based on how good your driver is. I might change that in the next season if we even get to that point, but that's how ratings are typically going to go. That's usually how ratings will go. So I think I covered all the bases. Remember the templates, and make sure you know what this will mean. So I want to make sure that people have finished and watched the finished video. If you have not gone to the end of the video, this is not going to be on your comment. I want you to put 3868 at the very bottom of your comment for your driver sign up. And this is a thing so that way I know that you watched the whole video. And I'll even know it if you put 3868 at the end of your comment and you didn't make it, so that way everything is appropriate in your sign up card, in your sign up things, in your sign up templates. Then I'll know. I'll definitely know. So my advice to you is either watch the whole video or follow everything to a T, because I don't like people who just watch the video and comment just some random crap that I can't understand. So if you're not gonna comment the exact template, then I'm not gonna allow you to get into the series. I will tell you to re-sign up with the template used properly. You can kind of get away with a few things here and there, but I will be very strict about it. Also, considering the fact that I am part of another series, there was a lot of drama in that series regarding people not being able to get along with each other. I'm not going to name names, but most of you know who I'm talking about. If you want to start drama, make sure it's not on a race, on a complete series basis. Make sure it's not considered. Make sure you don't take it personally. I mean, on a race-to-race basis, it's fine to have a little bit of drama thrown in, but don't make it completely unenjoyable for everybody. If you start making it unenjoyable for everybody, I will know, and you will be kicked out of the series within the first 2 complaints that I get. I want to be strict about this, and the person who I am going to be very strict with will be one and done. So that person is on thin ice, and however they choose to react on this, if they decide to join the series, if they watch my videos, then you better hope that you don't do anything to screw it up, because then you're out of the series. I don't want anyone to not have fun in this series. This isn't supposed to be serious. This is just to be something for fun, for people to just kind of watch and have fun. So I think I'm pretty sure I'm done now. I'm probably going to stop talking in the next couple minutes, so please follow the templates and don't cause a bunch of problems, because when you're done. So rest of it you can probably just gloss over and doesn't matter to you. So I'll catch you in the paints video whenever everything is sorted out here in the sign-ups. So I'll catch you guys next video.